It's day 2 of Major League Baseball's postseason, and 4 teams are facing elimination today, starting with the Cleveland Guardians at home at Progressive Field, ready to host the Detroit Tigers in Game 2 of this best-of-3 AL wildcard series. It's been a team offensively challenged all season long, so today they turn to Chase DeLauder, the 23-year-old who'll be making his Major League debut.
In the postseason nonetheless, Sean, and I asked him about the emotions behind this, and he said, I haven't had time to process all of this. It's been such a whirlwind.
Tanner Bybee, 6'2", 215, 26 years of age. His last 2 starts in September were, of course, against the Detroit Tigers. He went 12 innings, gave up 2 runs total, 9 hits.
On the ground, and a diving stop by Brian Rocchio, but then he couldn't come up with the ball cleanly. And he got up as if he might have injured himself. And he's still trying to walk something off. His glove's on the ground, and it's an issue with his left arm. He's waving the trainer away.
What a heck of an effort, though, to try and knock that ball down and get it. Oh, yeah, you see the hand go back there. Luckily, the glove came off and didn't get stuck in the grass. That could have been a little bit worse for him.
Parker Meadows is going to be the runner at first on an infield hit to start the game. That'll bring up Gleyber Torres.
And right on cue, a fly ball to DeLauder in center field, and he drops the ball.
DeLauder was fighting the sun, caught it, dropped it, and this was the concern coming into this ball game. How do you handle that sun? And right off the bat, a routine fly that DeLauder fought the sun, found it eventually, caught it, dropped it, and Cleveland's in trouble in a hurry. Meadows to second, Torres is at first, and the batter is Kerry Carpenter, the DH.
There's a breaking ball for strike 3, curveball on the outside corner, and a much-needed strikeout for Tanner Bybee for the first out of this game.
And so now here's Spencer Torkelson. Had that broken bat flare single to drive in a run in the first inning when Detroit took advantage of a Cleveland error.
The 2-2 pitch. He struck him out. With a cutter, back-to-back strikeouts.
What a beautiful pitch.
2 down on 2 strikeouts. Now the dangerous Riley Green. Now the 2-2. Off speed, got him swinging. What a job by Bybee. And they're on their feet at the corner of Carnegie. And a fist pump from Tanner Bybee. 2 on, nobody out. He strikes out Carpenter, Torkelson, and Green.
Well, the Guardians get ready to face 28-year-old from Springville, Alabama, Casey Mize.
Has had an excellent year, 14-6, and he was an all-star for the first time.
Making his postseason debut right here.
He got jammed and popped it up. Zach McKinstry the catch.
Here's George Valera trying to get some offense into the lineup. So the rookie making the start in right field.
Mize's pitch is hit in the air to deep right center field. Back by the wall, gone!
How about that? 16 Major League games in the regular season. And George Valera into the teeth of a strong wind with a solo home run to right center. 1-0 Cleveland here in inning number 1, and that gets this crowd into it. Well, folks, that went 411 feet. Didn't think anyone would hit one out of here up in the air to right center today. Here's Jose Ramirez.
And a pop-up by Ramirez in on the infield grass, and now the wind taking into foul territory. McKinstry made the catch.
Here's Kyle Manzardo, the DH.
And now a full count for Mize with Manzardo. Their camp here for much like the year. There's a deep drive back in about the same spot, and knocked down by the wind and caught. That's one on a different day that likely gets out of here.
Naylor, Arias, and then the Major League debut at the plate for Chase DeLauder.
Left side of the infield shifts to the right. Baez up the middle. The 3-2 swing and a miss. The hard bullet slider was a real weapon against Boston's lefties. That was a perfect pitch under the bat of Naylor.
1 down in the second. Here's Gabriel Arias.
Little lob, and that is caught awkwardly by Torres. So here comes Chase DeLauder. His family capturing the moment. Many of these Guardian fans on their feet. They've been waiting for him for a while. He was their first round pick in 2022. just outside. Barely staying alive on that foul tip. The runner reaches base. His first Major League plate appearance.
C.J. Kafis, he had really good numbers down at AAA. Hit for average, hit for power.
Well, both managers anticipated getting into the bullpens earlier today, and the pitch count is probably going to make that a reality, maybe even sooner than they thought. Hit down to first, a fair ball, and Torkelson makes the play to end the inning.
5 strikeouts for Tanner Bybee, 1 down in the 4th. Here's Riley Green, struck out his first time up.
Hank Greenberg, one of the great players in the history of baseball. Green has another hit. It short hopped Valera and got past him. Green's going to try for 2, and he got there. Scored a double. It certainly wasn't an easy play for Valera.
Now, as you see here, he's playing way back in right field. A ball hit like that, it was knuckling at him a little bit. He looked to go for the dive, was just in between. And as an outfield, when you're in between, you got to find a way to knock the ball down.
Potential tying run at second with 1 out in the 4th inning. Wenzel Perez, last 2 swings against Bybee, going back to the last start, have been very good.
Perez hit it hard on the ground. Bobbled for just a moment by Kafis, but he makes the play. On the 3rd goes Green with 2 outs.
Now Dylan Dingler steps in, struck out his first time up.
The payoff pitch, ball 4, and Dingler's aboard. And Detroit has runners at the corners with 2 outs, down 1-0 in the 4th. So McKinstry will hit next after an 8-pitch at bat. Dingler runs, the pitch is low. Back-to-back walks to load the bases. Green at 3rd, Dingler now at 2nd, and McKinstry aboard at 1st.
Huge part of the game.
Baez grounded to 3rd his first time up. Hit hard up the middle and a base hit. Green has scored. Dingler's coming around. The throw goes to 3rd. Safe. McKinstry safe there. Baez winds up at 2nd base. And the Tigers take a 2-1 lead.
Javi Baez doing what he does best. Gets a pitch you've seen a couple times now. Fastball right over the heart of the plate, drives it right back up the middle. Not trying to do too much here. Bases loaded, a couple walks will get him. 2 runs scored, and what great base running by the Tigers, getting 2nd and 3rd base.
Very close play at 3rd, and the Guardians want a challenge. The play at 3rd, if McKinstry's out and the call's reversed there, did Dingler cross home plate before the out?
Was McKinstry safe, or was he tagged out? He was called safe.
Looks like he gets him on the shoulder, but was his right hand in there before that? Beautiful view over there.
Yeah, I think if he's out at 3rd, it is really close as to whether Dingler made it. And Dingler looked back after he crossed home plate, as if he might have thought, maybe I didn't get there before that play at 3rd.
And
so
Rosie,
we'll see.
And Rosie, that oven mitt is what's going to play into this. You never know where the hand is on the oven mitt. That's on his right hand. That went around the bag, but his left hand was late getting to the bag, and that's when Hosey had the tag on the shoulder.
The call on the field is overturned. The runner has
Wow!
even retained.
A double win for the Guardians. The Tigers do score the tying run, but the out at 3rd negates that 2nd run and ends the inning. Man, there's a lot going on in this one. The bottom of the 4th now. Jose Ramirez leads things off.
Ramirez takes ball 4 outside.
That's going to be the end of the day for Casey Mize. It's postseason baseball. 1-1 game, leadoff man on. Manzardo lefty coming up. He's going to his bullpen to bring in a lefty here in the 4th. Try to hold Ramirez at 1st.
Well, lots of developments here in Game 2 of this wildcard series, including Casey Mize, who's come out of the game after just 62 pitches, 3 innings plus a leadoff walk to Ramirez. Tyler Holton is in. Hit to the shortstop, Baez. He stepped on 2nd and throws to 1st for the double play.
2 outs, base is empty. Bo Naylor at the plate.
Hit on the ground on the left, a long way to go for McKinstry, and a nice play. Good stretch by Torkelson.
Nice job by Tyler Holton. Head to the 5th inning in a 1-1 game in Cleveland.
2 quick ones here in the 5th inning for Tanner Bybee, who may be earning a 6th inning of work here. Maybe he can blow through this 5th inning quickly. Kerry Carpenter, the batter, with 2 down and the base is empty.
Line drive and a base hit into center field.
Kerry Carpenter singles with 2 outs in the 5th inning, brings up Spencer Torkelson, who's been just pounded with cutters and struck out twice. One cutter over the middle of the plate and one sharp and late breaking away. Up and in. Tried the cutter again. He threw the worst cutters of the day to Spencer Torkelson.
And that's why Stephen Vogt's popped out of the dugout, because they were the worst cutters of the day.
Both managers not messing around. Stephen Vogt on his way to the mound. That'll be the end of the day for Tanner Bybee. It's the postseason. Unless your name is Scooble, it can often be an early hook. 2 on, 2 outs, 5th inning. Guardians are going to their bullpen. Eric Sabrowski takes over on the mound. Riley Green at the plate.
In the 5th inning, he inherits 2 runners with 2 men out. First ball swinging, Riley Green lines it to center. All of a sudden, it's an easy casual catch for Chase DeLauder in center field.
And Sabrowski does it again. One pitch, gets out of it. 1 down. Here's Dylan Dingler. Struck out and walked.
And that's low for the second plate appearance. Dingler walks.
And now, left on left, Zach McKinstry to the plate. Now the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Sabrowski strikes out McKinstry. 2 down. Here comes Voter.
Javier Baez coming up. Stephen Vogt is going to summon the right-hander Hunter Gaddis. Ground ball, base hit. Another hit for Baez. His second today. He is now 4 for 6 in the series.
2 on, 2 out for the Tigers. Another opportunity with a man in scoring position.
They're 1 for 7 today with runners in scoring position. 2 for 15 in the series. In the air to center. Up into the sun and the breeze. And it's DeLauder making the catch.
What could have been an extra base hit to Lauder. Stuck with it on this tough day for any outfielder. It's the 3rd out of the 6th.
Torres is aboard. Here's Gary Carpenter, the DH. 1 for 3, a single.
3-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle and into center field. A base hit. Weber Torres is going to round second, head to third. Up with the ball. Schneemann, he's got no play. Runners at the corners and nobody out in the 7th inning. Gary Carpenter puts runners at the corners with a single. Torkelson at the plate. Kind of like this matchup. It's been a struggle for Torque in these first 2 games, but this is a fly ball pitcher, and Torque knows how to get the ball in the air.
He popped it up. Looked like a hanger, and he got under it. Kwan calls off Arias to make the catch. No chance for the runners to try to advance. A big first out made by Torkelson.
And once again, Stephen Vogt will call on a lefty to face Riley Green.
And Jahmai Jones up to pinch hit for Riley Green against Tim Herron. Jones had a big 2-out, 2-run single against Boston on September 27th to send Detroit to the postseason. He strikes out here on a curveball. The Tigers 1 for 9 with men in scoring position.
Well, this happened because the pitch before. He got the call. Herron did on the one before to make it a 3-2 count. Anything low, now you got to swing at it. And Gaddis is fired up. He knows. Huge out.
And now it's up to the switch hitter, Wencel Perez.
Swing and a miss. High heat. Got him. Oh, and Tim Herron never shows emotion. Pumping his fist, screaming, coming off the mound. What an incredible job by the Cleveland bullpen here in the 7th. So McKinstry's aboard with a 1-out walk here in the 8th inning. Here's Javi Baez.
Ball's hit down to third. Ramirez, good strong throw to get Baez. And McKinstry's in the scoring position. Can they finally get another hit with a runner in scoring position? They're 1 for 11. Baez had the only hit. Critical spot. Stephen Vogt's going to hand the ball to his closer, who's been lights out for the last month, Cade Smith. Meadows, chance to be a hero, perhaps deliver a hit that sends them on to the next round.
Here's Cade Smith from the set. He lets it rip. Got him swinging. Wicked split finger, and Cade Smith makes quick work of it, and we'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 down. Here's Brian Rocchio, 0 for 2. He'll bat left-handed. Swung on, hit a ton. Deep right field. Got a chance. Gone. Brian Rocchio. Sunday game winner off the foul pole. Today, game leading solo shot to the seats in right. And Cleveland's got a 2-1 lead. Bottom of the 8th inning. Well, Brian Rocchio was big in the October playoffs a year ago. He's responded today.
Well, you had a feeling, Todd, that Detroit, squandering all these opportunities, was giving Cleveland the chance. And now if Their pitcher, Cade Smith, can hold off Detroit in the ninth. We'll have a game 3 here tomorrow.
Top of the order, Stephen Kwan.
They have 3 hits, now they have 4. Stephen Kwan's first hit of this series. Into the right field corner, he's going to pull up at second base as it's played back in by Perez. Now a chance for some insurance. Schneemann hits it hard in right field. Now bring home Kwan. Schneemann into second. It's 3-1 Guardians.
Hitting is contagious. Once you get a taste and a smell of it, good things to happen. The home run, back-to-back doubles. And this is the Guardians team that we've known before.
They find a way. It isn't pretty, but it's usually right on time. That was the first at bat of this game with a runner in scoring position for the Guardians. Schneemann, the double to bring in Kwan, back-to-back doubles.
A.J. Hinch walks Jose Ramirez and will make a pitching change.
There's Brant Herter, the lefty. They intentionally walked Ramirez, as you might expect. So he's at first, Schneemann at second. Manzardo 0 for 1 in his career against Herter. Off the end of the bat to the second baseman. Torres throw to first. And Torkelson got there, almost got tangled up with Herter covering. So they get the out at first. The runners move up. Now 2 men in scoring position.
Here's Bo Naylor trying to remove all doubt. 0 for 3. Everybody on their feet.
The 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air and right. Back by the wall. Perez. That one's gone. What has gotten into these Cleveland Guardians? Bo Naylor. A 3-run homer.
There will be a game 3 tomorrow. Cleveland, a 5-run 8th. And Cleveland now with a 6-1 lead.
We've been talking about shadows. I don't think they care about them. They're unleashing here in the 8th inning.
That'll bring up Gabriel Arias.
First career postseason homer for Naylor. Arias hits a ground ball to second. He's thrown out by Torres. What an amazing turn of events. Cade Smith all of a sudden working with a 5-run lead.
You're blown away. You've been watching this whole game and no runs have been scored, and the next thing you know, all it takes is one.
Half-hearted swing by Gleyber Torres. He's quickly thrown out by Rocchio.
Cade Smith struck out Meadows to end the 8th. Got Gleyber Torres on a weak ground out to start the 9th. Walked Carpenter, hit Torkelson, who's okay.
Yesterday, his inning was scoreless, but he hit a batter and walked a batter to get it started and then had to work out of it. So some early command issues yesterday, and they flared up again here today.
Now the payoff. Got him looking. Strike 3 called on a heater. Not sure what Malloy was looking for there. 2 down. Tigers down to their last strike. Winsell Perez 0 for 4.
Ground ball up the middle. Booted by Rocchio. Tried to field it with one hand and he kicked it. So an error on Rocchio. When it looked like it was going to be ball game over, Stephen Vogt raving about how great the middle infield defense has been over the second half run. And now all of a sudden, the tying run is in the on-deck circle.
Wouldn't be a Tigers-Guardians game without a little theatrics here at the end.
Dingler the batter.
Now this crowd feels like they can breathe again. Elimination day is hard on everybody. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a liner to first. Caught on a leap by Kafis. Ball game. There will be a game 3. 6-1. Cleveland wins it. But the 9th was anything but easy. Kafis had to leave his feet. And Cleveland with a 5-run 8th has forced a game 3 tomorrow